I know it's kind of weird for me to tackle big YouTube drama, but I don't normally do that unless I feel like I have something interesting to say. And here I do. Now, I know the first thing you're going to point out is, isn't it kind of weird you're making the video defending H3H3 after recently you made a video saying he's kind of a transphobe? Well, no, it's not. Because, you see, H3H3 is in the right here, and he actually made a fan-fucking-tastic video on Keemstar. Like I said, he made a wonderful video taking down Keemstar and exposing him for pretty much taking advantage of a mentally disabled person having a mental breakdown. So, I do wonder, what's Keemstar's defense after being told he pretty much helped push a man to suicide? Oh, simple. I didn't do anything, fucking idiot.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation and everyone else that's going to see this video? This is not a Drama Alert video. This is not a news video. I'm making a video today responding to a video that was uploaded yesterday by H3H3, where he accused me of various things that can be proved wrong, completely out of context, just plain wrong. But the most damning thing that he accused me of is killing Etika.
Okay, this is a blatant fucking lie from a blatant fucking psychopath, and here's why. Ethan never accused you of actually killing anyone, Keemstar. H3H3 never accused you of killing Etika. He simply pointed out you were probably one of the main reasons he killed himself.
But to get into it, the basis of this whole Keemstar killed Etika is the interview that I did with Etika and some tasteless tweets that I put out. But more than anything, the interview is what gets the most attention in this situation because a segment of what I said to Etika and what transpired. We'll get into that, but before we do, first, I want to share a statement from Etika's own mother who texted me this. Hello, Keemstar. This is Etika's mother responding to you to address the recent threats and accusations that you received in relation to his death. I wish to inform Etika fans, friends, and viewers that Keemstar is not responsible for Etika's passing and should not be held accountable for my son's actions. Etika loved Keemstar's show and wanted to make his appearance both memorable and exciting. My son's goal was to make the segment as dramatic and entertaining as possible, not to use it as a vehicle of hatred towards the show's host and creator. Spread love and goodwill instead of passing judgment. What's truly needed is a much better platform supporting mental health awareness throughout the world. Please build up your online community with kindness instead of recklessly breaking each other down. In God we trust, you will take these blessings I send out to you.
Oh boy, a better platform for better mental health understanding? Oh boy, we can't get that shit from fucking Keemstar. That won't fucking work because he's an ableist piece of shit. Here's proof.
Today's story is about Basher. He had a breakdown on Twitter, and quite frankly, he's suicidal. This is what he said on Twitter. I almost killed myself today on the way home. I'm not sure why I can't ever just go through with it. Constant highs, lows. I can't take this anymore.
By itself, this clip is bad enough. But to understand where our story is going, you need to understand Keemstar's position on mental illness in general.
We don't believe in depression in this household. We believe if you're sad, work harder. If you claim that you have mental health issues, people automatically support you. They automatically feel bad for you. They automatically give you attention. Do you get it? That a lot of this is bullshit. That depression and mental health issues is the biggest shield in the fucking world.
FYI, everybody gets depressed, but only the weak let it define them. And you are weak. If you want to be left alone, here's a block. Drug companies invent all of these mental illnesses so they could sell drugs to morons. Social anxiety is 100% a fake invented illness, so they can sell you drugs and make millions. Stop being weak. Society is literally going to die if you keep this bullshit up. Real talk. If you suffer from panic attacks and you're old enough to drink, the best way to stop a panic attack real quick is to have a sip of beer. You only need like 3 sips. Brought to you by Dr. Daniel Keemstar. Sponsored by G Fuel.
Aw man, I can't wait to see Keemstar provide better representation to those with mental health. You know, mental health disorders and shit. Things that Keemstar doesn't believe in. Things are full of shit. Yep, he's gonna be one of the people to spread knowledge and help people get a better understanding of poor mental health and mental health disorders in general. Shut the fuck up, Keemstar. Please shut the fuck up. You are so full of fucking shit. And watching the original video you're commenting on can fucking prove that. It's so fucking easy. So fucking easy, huh?
And I must admit, when I got that text message, I just completely fell apart. That is exactly what I needed when I needed it. Grieving with Etika's passing and then having some of these people online blaming me for his passing. So Etika's mom, thank you so much for sending that to me. She didn't send that to me yesterday or today. She sent that to me a few days after the passing of Etika.
Oh, so you're telling me that she possibly doesn't have all the facts on this situation. You know, like all the stuff that was revealed in the H3 video, you know, all that shit. So, if anything, you're telling me this happened months ago. So that means even less now. Great. That's great. That's fantastic. You fucking wasted our time. Thank you. Look, Etika's mother supported me as of several months ago. That means I'm in the right.
Also, I'd like to read some statements that were put out yesterday on Twitter by Etika's past girlfriend. He tweeted in response to H3H3's video, "Really sad to see people blaming Keemstar again. He was in no way responsible for Etika's actions." Let's think about it some more. One of Etika's goals was to be on Dromler because he respected that man. They were friendly behind the scenes. Desmond was actually unwell, sick. So in short, I understand that Keem's past makes it really hard for others to change that opinion. So don't go thinking I'm trying to make a divide between those who like and unlike him. This is just my take on the situation. This is the most difficult conversation to have.
The only reason anyone would make this point if they blatantly ignored the video. The video goes through the process of showing how Keemstar made it worse by feeding into his mental disorders and his mental problems, by feeding into it, making it worse. In fact, to prove my point, I'm going to source H3H3's video on it to show you why.
Now, Keemstar was quick to scoop him up in his vulnerable state, the manic state he was in, and immediately put him on his show.
President, we're about to get some fireworks real soon.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Etika is on the line here. Now, Etika, when you say death means nothing, are you basically saying that life is a simulation? Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah. Life is a video game. We're all in a video game, and I'm the one that's putting the pieces together. Everything that you've done in your life, Keemstar, was all leading up to this moment, to where you can broadcast the start of the beginning of the rise of the known Antichrist. I am the Antichrist. I am the one who brings death to all.
Etika is clearly having delusions of grandeur and at the peak of a manic state. Keemstar has no concern for stopping this interview and getting him help. He's only interested in the spectacle of Etika.
Etika has lost his mind.
Of feeding into his delusions and broadcasting it to millions of people.
What is your purpose? What is the overall purpose of the Antichrist?
Stop repeating me I said to purge all life.
This is the absolute worst thing he could do for Etika. Loading him up with more attention and feeding into his manic state. He knew he would get lots of views, and he did, with great cost to Etika.
So yeah, there's proof of Keemstar feeding into Etika's delusional state, feeding into his mental issues, and making them worse by broadcasting that to millions of people. So, no, I'm sorry, Etika's ex in this situation, but you're wrong. And Keemstar, if he actually watched the video and was paying attention, he would fucking know better. Oh, wait, but he always wants to twist anything into where he's the fucking victim because he's a little fucking victim. He wants to make
was going down where a man actually lost his life. There were moments where I said some stuff that was completely stupid and wrong, and they're all over. Everyone shared them, but I did not kill this man.
Yet again, no one is saying that you are solely to blame for killing this man. However, not only did you feed into his mental state, but you didn't help him at all. You didn't think, maybe I shouldn't, be feeding into his delusional state and possibly making it worse. Maybe I should give him some time to calm down. But no, you didn't do that. You escalated shit. You made things worse. You didn't kill him, but you sure did make it easier for him to commit suicide. You made his life 10 times worse, and that could have been the push to actually making it happen. You are a piece of fucking shit. You are a
In H3H3's video, he showed a lot of these tweets, painting a picture that I didn't care about Etika at all, that I simply just wanted to use this as a spectacle to get as many views as possible. Like, that was the whole image that he put forth.
Hey, bit of a tip. This is coming from someone who suffered a lot of mental issues and have had mental breakdowns. You don't show it off. You don't parade it off for fucking views. You actually, you try to talk to them one-on-one without a fucking camera on them. If you really cared about Etika's mental health, you wouldn't try to use it to exploit him to get fucking views for your dumb fucking channel. Don't play pretend like you actually give a shit. You clearly fucking don't. Well, the video earlier proved you don't actually give a shit. You were parading this around for fucking views. You are a scumbag.
He even found some tweet where I acknowledged that he was in a certain mental hospital. He even found a tweet and made this point in his video that I doxed the mental hospital that Etika was at. But for H3H3 to find this tweet, he would have had to go to my Twitter. He would have had to hit advanced search, right? Put the user Keemstar in and then put in Etika and see all the tweets that I've ever made about Etika. And if you do that, you actually get full context.
Actually, no, Keemstar. Use your fucking brain. We all know you fucking have one. At least 100% of humans have a fucking brain. He could have very easily gotten the picture from someone else who screen capped it. Or he was following you at the time you made the tweet and screen capped it himself. You should know this since you do a news show for research, right? You do follow like multiple celebrities, and when something pops up, you screen cap it, right? You should know that, right? You're not that much of a fucking idiot to completely skip over that could happen, right? Right? Oh wait, this is Keemstar we're talking about, the massive fucking moron.
On October 25th, I said I was really worried about Etika. If you see this, I want you to know that you're an amazing entertainer and thousands are counting on you to be here to entertain them. You have purpose. This was after he made a Reddit post that made it seem like he was going to commit suicide. And then he was gone. He was gone for a couple days, then came back, started streaming, and it just seemed like something was off. I tweeted out, I actually like Etika. I don't think he's evil like Fuzi, but he's definitely manic as fuck. Quoting, he actually acts like this because that's what all of his fans were saying. I said, nah, not like this. At this point, I actually thought something was seriously wrong. But if you are a fan of Etika, if you watch Etika, if you watched his streams, Etika, the entertainer, was very, very close to Etika, the guy acting not right. They were so close to each other that it was so hard for the fans and even myself to figure out through all these different outbursts that were happening over and over and over again. It wasn't one incident, it was multiple incidents. If he was actually losing his mind or if this was a publicity stunt.
If only there was a clear way to find out if he was having some mental issues. If only he was like put in a place for people with serious mental issues. Oh wait, he was put in a mental fucking hospital, you dumbass. You have no fucking excuse. He was clearly having mental problems, and you exploited that shit. You exploited him after he got out of the fucking hospital. Don't make fucking excuses. You should have fucking knew better. Don't give me this shit. You are a fucking grown adult. It is not that hard to put 2 and 2 together, you dipshit.
Because he made it really seem like it was a publicity stunt. H3H3 didn't include the tweets of me saying stay healthy, or how after the interview I seen a clip of him on his stream and he seemed like he was doing much better, and I said whatever you're doing, stick with it. H3H3 saw these tweets, but none of these tweets were included because it doesn't push the narrative that he wants to push, that I killed Etika.
Hey, Keemstar, those shitty things still fucking happened. Those shitty things you did still show who you are as a fucking person. You still exploited him. It doesn't matter or not that you later went like, well, I'm sorry, I hope he's doing okay. Second of all, you were obviously trying to save your ass, because once he gone missing, everyone knew something was fucked. You were trying to save your ass by saying, oh, well, I hope he gets well. Oh, shit. Yeah, you knew you were fucked. You knew something was really bad was happening to him. And so you wanted to save your fucking ass because you knew your career would be fucked if people started linking Etika's mental state not being well to you.
But in that interview, and the most damning thing against me is a clip that's taken completely out of context, where I'm talking about simulation theory, and well, I say this, roll it.
Think about that statement. There are no coincidences in my world.
Because
everything happens for a reason.
Because it's all planned. It's all been pre-designed.
Everything. It's all predestined, Keemstar.
But
everything you've done up until this point.
But the scariest thing about thinking that the world is a simulation and it's predestined and all that is then there's no reason to live. Why not?
Why do you fear death?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's scary because if you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Yes, I said that. I said that to Etika. But why did I say it to him? Because I was trying to explain to him that believing that this world is not real, believing that this world is a simulation, could put you in harm's way, could put you in danger. If you don't think this is real, then why live?
Aw, man, you know what? You probably should have actually said that instead of saying, oh man, why not just jump off a fucking cliff like you're some kind of fucking moron? So this is Keemstar's supposed logic. He's obviously bullshitting to save himself. It is perfectly fine in Keemstar's eyes to tell someone who just got out of a fucking mental hospital and it is in a manic state, hey, you know, life doesn't really matter. Why don't you just fucking jump off a cliff? Maybe you should be more blunt. Maybe you should have more bluntly told him, hey, don't kill yourself. Don't actually do it. That would be awful. You would actually get yourself killed. But you didn't say that. You just said, oh, why don't you just kill yourself? Why don't we just jump off a cliff? You're a moron.
But for H3H3 to accuse me of killing him, which you definitely did. I know you put out tweets, and I most certainly did not blame Keemstar for Etika's death. I think he created an extremely toxic environment for him and others. You definitely did accuse me. You implied it. You more than implied it. In fact, one person responded, I believe you said almost verbatim, it's really interesting that just a few months after Keem talked to Etika about jumping off a cliff, Etika jumped off a bridge to his death. Homie, you more than implied that Keem was responsible for what happened to Etika.
No, that still goes with the line that you put him in a toxic place, a toxic scenario. That still goes with the toxicity that you put him in could have led to that moment. Not the sole reason, of course, like I said, not the sole reason. Hell, he blatantly fucking tweeted that's not the sole reason. What H3H3 is trying to say is, you made it worse instead of making it better. You are not solely responsible for his death, but you are partly responsible for his death.
Keemstar's greatest moment comes when he asks Etika in a manic state, why doesn't he just jump off a cliff?
If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Of course, hypothetical, but it is quite a coincidence when you consider that only 51 days later, that very same YouTuber jumped off a bridge to his death.
Ethan, you are a piece of fucking garbage. Garbage. And on top of it, you're a fucking hypocrite. You go on through your videos saying, about all this mental health, and Keemstar had a lot of bad takes, which I did. Trust me, I had a lot of bad takes about mental health, and my opinions have changed throughout the years. But then, as you act on your high horse, you completely forget when FouseyTube was having his mental breakdown, you did a whole podcast roasting him over it.
Is he, I mean, I can't tell if he's just like cracked out.
No.
Or if he's just on a manic rampage.
I think, it seems very manic.
Yeah.
It seems very manic.
Training bra. You got a training bra on for some luscious breasts you've been growing. I mean, look at this frame. Dude, this is straight out of like a horror movie. Like, are you in my basement right now, Fousey? You might be thinking to yourself, he's like over him. Drake's sleeping in his bed. Fousey's like hovering over him. You might think this is a little strange, Drake. But this is God's plan for me to murder you right now. Clearly acting's not working out for you, dog. That was a pretty corny read.
Fucking hypocrite. You've always been a goddamn hypocrite. You used to call me out for making Jake Paul videos when you made Jake Paul videos.
Hey, jackass, pointing out hypocrisy doesn't mean shit because he can still be fucking right. It's pointless to point out hypocrisy.
The other day, you tried to roast me on Twitter like a month ago. You tried to roast me for my hoodie. You said I looked like a 12-year-old. And then the whole internet had to remind you and roast you, this is how you dress. It was just absolutely hilarious. It's always a big swing and a miss. And this.
Hey, guess what, buddy? Ethan is a fucking comedian, dipshit. If you didn't know, comedians sometimes do wacky and silly things because it's funny. So sometimes they wear silly clothing. Meanwhile, you're proposing your channel not as a drama channel that has personal biases. No. A news channel. You're trying to propose yourself as a news reporter and you're dressed as a fucking 5-year-old.
And another thing you did in this video is an absolute first for YouTube. You went after my sponsors. If you think the YouTube community is happy with you right now, you got to be out of your mind. You have ushered in this new era where people that have beefs on each other go after their sponsors. Like, this has never happened before, but it's happening now.
Keemstar, the whole point of why he attacked your sponsors and why he pointed out that you were sponsored by G Fuel is because you exploited a mentally disabled person. You took advantage of someone's mental breakdown. No one should be fucking giving you money for that. If anything, you should be put up in fucking jail. You should be fucking sued for every goddamn cent you fucking have. Okay, that's it. At this point, if you're still defending Keemstar, you're a piece of shit. You're defending a man that took advantage of a person that was suffering some severe mental disorders. Taking advantage of someone that got out of a fucking mental hospital. Fed into his mania. For you to defend someone like that, you have to be a pretty shitty fucking person. And I don't feel sympathy towards shitty people like you are, Keemstar. So that being said, that's the end of the video. No sponsor shit. No sponsor shit. Well, less a sponsor, more of showing my Ko-Fi and shit. None of that. This is a pretty fucked video. All things being considered. Fuck subject matter, not fucked up video. See y'all.